You spent 3 days crafting the perfect prompt. Role instructions, few-shot examples, chain of thought triggers, the works. You ship your AI travel booking agent to production. First real user types, "Book me a hotel in Paris for the DevOps conference." Your agent cheerfully books a Best Western in Paris, Kentucky. That's not a prompting failure. That's an architecture failure. And no amount of clever phrasing was going to fix it. Today we're talking about why prompt engineering, the skill everyone spent the last 2 years obsessing over, has hit a wall. And what's replacing it? Let's be honest about what prompt engineering actually was. When GPT-3 dropped in 2020, writing a good prompt was a superpower. You could coax dramatically different results just by rephrasing the same question. Think step by step. You are an expert. Few-shot examples. These weren't tricks. They were real signal that changed model behavior. Prompt engineering was legitimate craft. But it assumed 3 things that rarely hold at scale. 1. The model already knows what it needs to know. You're just asking the right question. 2. The task fits in one turn. Ask, get answer, done. 3. You can engineer your way out of a missing information problem by being clever with words. For simple use cases, a chatbot, a one-shot summarizer, those assumptions held. But the moment you started building agents, systems that run in loops, call tools, persist state across turns, prompt engineering started breaking down fast. Teams started stuffing more and more into prompts to compensate. Prompts became 3,000 tokens of brittle instructions, then 8,000. Then you'd change one line and break 3 things downstream. Engineers know this feeling. The bottleneck stopped being, "How do I phrase this?" and started being, "What does the model actually know when it tries to answer?" So what is context engineering? Here's the cleanest definition I've found. Context engineering is the discipline of designing dynamic systems that provide the right information in the right format at the right time to give the model everything it needs to complete a task. Notice what's different here. Prompt engineering is about what you say. Context engineering is about what the model knows when you say it. Shopify's CEO Toby Lutke put it well. It's the art of providing all the context for a task to be plausibly solvable by the LLM. Think of it this way. If prompt engineering is writing a great question on an exam, context engineering is deciding what goes in the textbook, the reference sheet, the prior exam answers, and the worked examples the student sees before they even read the question. Concretely, context engineering covers 5 things. 1. System prompts and instructions. Yes, this is where prompt engineering lives. But it's just one layer.
2. Retrieved data via RAG, pulling relevant documents, records, or knowledge into the context window at inference time, so the model reasons over real data instead of hallucinating. 3. Memory. What does the model remember from previous turns, previous sessions, previous users? Short-term, long-term, episodic. These are architectural decisions, not prompt decisions. 4. Tool outputs. When your agent calls an API, queries a database, runs code, those results get injected back into context. Managing that cleanly, in the right format, without polluting the window with noise, that's context engineering. 5. State and conversation history. Which prior turns are relevant? What gets compressed, summarized, or dropped entirely? Because here's the thing most developers don't realize. There's research showing model accuracy starts degrading significantly around 32K tokens, long before you hit modern context limits. More tokens isn't the solution. Better curation is, so context engineering isn't one technique. It's a system discipline. It runs before every LLM call, deciding what the model gets to see.
If you've been building agents, and based on the channel many of you have, this should immediately click. Here's what happens in a typical agent loop. The agent receives a task. It reasons, decides to call a tool. That tool returns output. maybe 2,000 tokens of JSON. It calls another tool, more tokens. It retrieves some documents, more tokens. 3 turns in, and you're already at 15K tokens of context. And most of it is noise from earlier steps the model doesn't need anymore. Without context engineering, you end up with what people are calling context rot, where model accuracy silently degrades as the window fills up with irrelevant history, redundant tool outputs, and stale information. The model isn't wrong, it's just confused by its own working memory. Context engineering fixes this by treating context as a resource you actively manage, not a log you passively accumulate.
Practically, that means compressing old tool outputs into summaries before they hit the context window, pruning conversation history to only what's semantically relevant to the current step, structuring retrieved documents so the signal is at the top, not buried in the middle where attention is weakest, and sanitizing web-sourced content before injecting it, because prompt injection through malicious web pages is a real attack vector for agents that browse the internet. Think of it like memory management in systems programming. You wouldn't let a program allocate memory indefinitely without ever freeing any. Context windows need the same discipline.
Now, I want to be clear about something, because hot takes can go too far. Prompt engineering isn't dead. It didn't get replaced, it got contained. The right mental model is prompt engineering is a subset of context engineering. Your system prompt, your few-shot examples, your chain of thought instructions, those are all still real and still matter. Prompt engineering is what happens inside the context window. Context engineering decides what else goes in there alongside it. The analogy I like: prompt engineering is writing a brilliant question. Context engineering is building the library the question gets asked in. You need both. A perfectly engineered context with a garbage prompt still produces garbage. A brilliant prompt buried behind 6,000 tokens of irrelevant chat history still fails. The skill has just expanded. Here's the data that tells you this isn't just a terminology shift. DataHub's State of Context Management Report 2026 found that 89% of teams plan to invest in context management infrastructure in the next 12 months. And 77% now agree that RAG alone, which for a lot of teams was their context strategy, is no longer sufficient for reliable production deployments. The priorities for 2026 aren't better models or better prompts. They're AI-ready metadata infrastructure, context quality, and faster time to value. The bottleneck has moved. And for what it's worth, Anthropic's own engineering documentation now explicitly frames this shift, distinguishing prompt engineering as a component within the broader context design problem. When the lab that built Claude is writing about this, it's worth paying attention. So what should you actually do with this? If you're building agents today, here's the mindset shift. Stop treating context as a byproduct and start treating it as the product. Your context pipeline, how you retrieve, structure, compress, and inject information, is the core engineering problem. Model choice is almost secondary. 3 concrete things to start doing. First, audit your context windows. Log what's actually in the context at each agent step. You'll probably be shocked by the noise-to-signal ratio. Second, build explicit context budget management. Decide in advance how many tokens each component gets: system prompt, retrieved docs, history, tool outputs, and enforce those limits with compression strategies for when they're exceeded. Third, test context quality, not just output quality. Your evals should include, did the model have the information it needed? As a first-class question, separate from, did it answer correctly?
This is the shift from prompt-level thinking to system-level thinking. And honestly, it's why AI engineering is starting to look a lot more like software architecture than copywriting. If you found this useful, the next video is going to go deeper on one piece of this: context rot, and specifically how agent memory architecture determines whether your system holds up in production or falls apart. Subscribe so you don't miss it.